Okay, here we go. How is everybody doing today? I hope you're having a nice afternoon. I hope everybody's having a nice afternoon. I know I am. I'm trying something new today. You might notice that I've got a little watermark, and it's because I am simultaneously streaming to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. I'm going to try it out, see how it goes. I have no idea how well this is going to work out. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. This is the first. This is the first time for me, and I have no clue if it's going to be good or not. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna do some crazy stuff today. We're going to, well, we got a wheel. We're gonna spin it. We got a wheel. We're gonna spin it. It's gonna be a beautiful thing to do. So why not get started here in just a second? I hope you're having a wonderful afternoon. My name is Matt Brotherton. I am known to a lot of people around the world, mostly in southern Missouri, as the Taco Viking, or more often than not, just the sticker guy. I am an illustrator, freelance illustrator, who runs a small print shop sticker business, and I draw little dudes on the internet for funsies. So, if you are new to the chat, welcome. I hope you're having a good time. I hope you're enjoying yourself and keeping it real. Like I said, this is going to be my first time ever doing the stream on two platforms at once. So we're going to do our best to make it work. We're going to hope everything goes smooth, and hope that the little chat robot works, because that's where I'm going to try to focus my best stuff. So if you would like to join in on the conversation, if you would like to have fun with all the rest of us, if you'd like to be involved in what I draw today, feel free to just go ahead and put into chat what you would like to see me draw. Otherwise, we're going to basically stick to our normal what's already on the wheel. So without further ado, I guess I'll go ahead and spin for the first item. And we're spin. Skunk Love. All right, Skunk Love. I see you. Let's do this thing. Skunk Love. If you are new around here and you are not familiar, if you're new around here and you're not familiar with exactly how the wheel works, everything on the wheel is something that was recommended to me either by a person in the chat or someone who came up to me at the local market and said, you should draw this thing. So everything on the wheel is something someone else has told me I should draw. So I'm pretty sure what they meant was that I should show skunks some love and I should add skunks to my Animal Geeks collection, but that is not what I put down in my notebook, and I wrote it down a long time ago. We're talking like I wrote it down in, I don't know, like March or April. So let's see what we can do. I think I'm gonna need a skunk reference image. I think if I'm going to draw a skunk, I want to see what a skunk actually looks like, other than just a cat with black and white stripes, which I don't believe to be accurate. Sklove, is that what we're calling it now? Sklove. All right, so let's let's try some things out here. Let's get some skunk reference. All right. So what are we thinking? What are we thinking with a skunk lover? Skunk love. I think we probably need 2 skunks. Like madly in love, nuzzling each other. So that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to start with two skunks. And then we'll have a little neck action here. Little bean body action. Curling into each other. Little leggies. And of course, this when we have arm here, arms here, holding hands. Right? Skunks in love. That's our primary interpretation so far. Make this a little bigger, recenter it. Okay, so let's figure out how I'm going to do this now. How are we going to tackle this monstrosity? Let's see. We'll start with, they have little pointy heads. So we'll start by giving them pointy heads. Like that maybe? I don't know. I have no idea how to draw a skunk. I really should have thought about these things before I put them on the list. Yeah, okay. And then they have pointy ears. They have very little ears, it looks like, actually. Little bat-like ears. And of course, we know they have stripes down their heads. So let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can figure this out. Let's see if we can make something work here. All right, so we've got this going on. We're gonna add a new layer and try drawing in some detail. I did some Berenstain Bears art the other day for the day as part of my daily zombie drawing that I think I might be able to kind of draw upon here as a way to draw these skunk faces. Like this. Little skunk bottom jaw. I tried to open Twitch to check it out, but I don't think my devices work well here at work. I did actually look to see if I was up on Twitch, and I am actually up. So, welcome to the stream. We are drawing some skunk love as our first thing that came up on the wheel. I think I've finally found a good way to do the wheel where I can just edit it on the fly without too much work and too much trouble, and it just works. So if you want to add anything to the wheel, feel free to go ahead and do that. Just anytime you want, just say, hey, I want to add this to the wheel. I'll put it on and draw it if it comes up. What type of hands do skunks have? That's an important question. What type of skunk feet? I'm on Twitch right now to check it out. Awesome. Is it working great for you? It seemed to be doing fine when I was looking earlier. So I don't know if the relay bot is working or not. I met 2 skunks in real life. The first one was a little bitty kitten-sized buddy and coloring was inverted from what you'd expect. It was white with black stripes running down its back. That's cool. Apparently that's a thing because a lot of the reference images I see are drawn like that. Although a lot of these reference images are probably from a community that we're not going to talk about too much on a PG-13 stream. The second one was regular skunk color, but it was huge like a badger. Maybe we'll make one of these weird colored. So it looks like skunks just have little claws is all they've got. So we'll give them little claw hand coming over. Like so. And little back coming down. Little body action. Yeah, Restream bot is repeating YouTube to Twitch at least. I'll check in a second to see if it's working the other way. Should the skunk hands be cartoon white gloves? Skunk gloves for skunk loves? Oh, good. So everything's working. And honestly, other than the Restream logo that you might not actually be seeing, I'm not too worried about the whole thing. As long as everything is working fine, I'm actually, according to my OBS, I might have a better signal this way than I do when I go directly to YouTube. So it might actually work better than my normal streams. So that's good. That's worth knowing. But really, something that I've been facing a lot of is just the accepting that, like, the art audience on YouTube is not as dedicated as it is on Twitch. So I wanted to, go where the people are. See what was going on there. You look good on both channels to me. A slight delay on YouTube over Twitch for me, but that just could be yeah. It could be, or it could just be the way the stream works. Okay. So, do you want little glove hands for the skunks? Is that what would you rather have glove skunks? I'm okay with that. It's a classic cartoon trope. For a reason. It makes hands easier to draw because you don't have to worry about, like, knowing what hands look like. So it would be easy for me to, I've only drawn one hand, so you come in here and really just embiggen that hand and add some little Mickey stripes to it, maybe. And then we can come over here and bring these hands together like so. Like that. So they're holding hands. And then this guy's arm comes around like this. That looks pretty good. I actually like that. I think I'm going to keep the glove hands. I think that's a good idea. So, anyway, I hope everyone's had a good week. It is Friday afternoon. It's been, I should say, I guess everyone's had as good of a week as they can. With the way things have gone this week, I know a lot of people, or myself included, are not super happy with the way this week has gone down. And we're caught off guard in many ways by it. Some of us were not caught off guard, but still are disappointed. And that's kind of, I've decided to just embrace some aspects of myself that I had been a little hesitant to bring to the forefront online. So I actually started my life as an online content creator, so to speak, by writing a political blog. And I stopped doing that. Had a week, yeah. I stopped doing that when I went to work for the government. And just kind of lost that that voice, and kind of that anger kind of built up in other ways that are also just not healthy. I mean, but I think this, if anything, this week has kind of put me back where I'm like, screw it. I'm going to just be me and not worry about anything else. I'm kind of in a place where I'm like, I'm probably not going to be able to find a job anyway. So why worry about what I have to say? So yeah, that's kind of where I came to. I actually was really very much considering, like, we talked about this a little on Wednesday. I legitimately considered just flat out taking off for a while, or at one point this week, and just disappearing, getting gone, as they say, and ultimately decided that I needed to kind of stick around and hash it out, and kind of stay and fight, I guess is the term I would use. It was kind of funny because the terminology that came up in my head is like, I have a duty, not necessarily a duty, but a privilege, I think. I don't know exactly what phrase I want to use there, but I have the ability, and therefore the ability and the willingness and kind of the desire to pick fights when I think there's a good cause. And so I felt like I was like, I'm in a situation where I can do that and not feel bad. There's definitely fights to pick. And then I was like, you know what? The other thing that I can do that's really important to me as this stream and the community that I'm kind of building around my art is I want people to have a place. You said you have a duty. Yeah. Well, that's okay. So that's where I was going. Paramin. I want people to have a place where they are safe but can still have fun and de-stress from what might be a world where they can't normally. So that's what I was like, I'm going to do that. I'm going to relish in witnessing the consequences of some to make sure that they know their military membership to Club FIFO. Yeah. Okay, I say FIFO. Do you guys say FAFO? I know that Yeti Detective probably just says it out loud. It says the whole thing the whole time. But that's my goal going forward, is to make things. It's reestablishing my mission. I've always wanted to make things that make people happy and help people who have a hard time express themselves. So I'm just going to keep doing that. And at the same time, I'm just going to be less selective about the content that I am willing to talk about. And the things I'm willing to draw about, the art that I'm willing to do. So if that sounds like a good thing to you, I hope you stick around and hang out. And learn what it means to be punk rock. I do say the latter, but as long as you know it. Yeah. Well, that's, I think normally for me, I would just say the whole phrase out loud, but we are a PG-13 stream today. I will probably, I'm working on finding a part-time job to kind of get me through the winter now that the market's over. And once I have that, I'll know what my schedule will be for the most part. But I would like to do some back alley R-rated streams where it's not really like adult, but where we can address topics that we avoid. Because a lot of the time on my YouTube streams, I was respecting the life. I appreciate it. A lot of the time on my YouTube streams, some younger users will come along, some younger audience members. And so I just want to keep it safe for them too, just like everyone else. More mature material. Yes, higher rated material. But Club FAFO sounds cool too. But I also know that there have been times where we've been talking about something and literally like Yeti will send me a message through like Telegram letting me know how much he's about to explode because he can't say a thing on the PG-13 stream. So for his benefit, if no one else, do a back alley adults stream. It's the same reason I created the back alley channels, the adults only channels in the Discord, is so that he has a place where he can send those messages and maybe share them with other members of the audience instead of just me. The thing is, I never set out to make art for children. If I'm being completely honest, I set out to make art for people my age in their early 40s. And I just, as an illustrator, naturally draw things that small people like, especially like young children, like toddlers. It just happened. So it's my cross to bear, I guess. I'm naturally talented at making little kid stuff. Which is fine, you know, like if I can get a nice like licensing deal with Fisher Price or something, I ain't gonna complain about it. Again, I have no idea if skunk legs are actually digigrade like this, but that's how I'm drawing it. So here's hoping, right? Like, so I see you brought up the prompt list. Some things have been taken off of the prompt list because they've already been done. I think I forgot to take them off of the bot command. I've already done the In My Madness era. That came up on Wednesday. And I did it then. I also already did a Bird Nerd, but I thought a Bird Nerd sticker pack would be fun. So I put Bird Nerd on the wheel 5 times. And has this robot always been here? No, I just added it this week. I'm trying to get more professional. the new wheels tool I'm using as of today, I tried a different wheel tool on Wednesday and it didn't work out very well. But the new wheel tool I'm using as of today lets me put duplicates on the list, and it will only put it on the wheel once. But every time it draws that thing, it will remove the duplicate, but leave the others. So, I can do things like have 5 bird nerds on the list and still have it remove the excess ones so that we only do 5 drawings. But I really thought bird nerds would make a great sticker pack of bird nerds. So I thought I would need 5 illustrations. So I thought it would be okay if it came up 5 times. Honestly, if I had a list of other dog types to draw as Cenobites, right? Paramin Cenobites from Hellraiser. If I had a list of other dogs to draw as the bad guys from Hellraiser, the bad guys, are they the bad guys? Conversation piece. Are they the bad guys? Are the Cenobites bad? I know that they are hell beings, but are they inherently the bad guys in a franchise of movies where they exist specifically to punish horrible people? That's a conversation piece to go for us today. But if I had other dogs to go on that list, I would do more than just Wiener Dog. But Wiener Dog was one that was specifically requested. Like, I think the request was Hellraiser Wiener Dog, but I think really Pinhead Wiener Dog is what was being asked for. I pronounce Cenobites like Cenobites. That's cool and all, but I don't think that's how they're pronounced in the movie. Not 100% sure in the first movie, but in the subsequent movies, yes, except for the ones where they weren't written as Hellraiser movies and just had Pinhead stuffed into them because they had no better way to market it. Oh, love horror. I know so much about horror movies. It is not a thing that I actively avoid because I'm terrified of most things all the time. John Cenobite. You know what? I could get behind John Cenobite. I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to try. I'm not happy with how that tail looks. So I'm going to try draw a little bean action. Give myself some shape. Redo it across the board here. Same here. Let's bring it up. Fold it over. So, I needed you to add John Cenobite to the wheel. Okay. Adding John Cenobite to the wheel. I might have to close this and reopen it. My interactive has interact. I think it won't let me edit it if it's not visible. So we'll make it visible. John Cenobite. All right, it's on the wheel. Lessons learned. You can't interact with an element in John Cenobite. You can't see him. So today I learned that if you're using the interact tool in OBS and the thing itself is not visible, you cannot uh, interact with it. So that's something cool to know. Poofy tail. So what I'm learning by looking at this reference art is that skunks are like badgers with squirrel tails and a ferret's ability to fart on you aggressively. So, like, skunks are a hybrid animal. The Cenobites are just trying to spread joy of agony to people who summon them. I'm fairly certain that Yeti Detective is a Cenobite. You know, at least professionally. I think I'm actually just going to do the color. I've been trying to draw in the colors. I think I'm just going to do the color in the color phase. So I'm spending way too long on this one drawing already. It's already been half an hour. All right, so I'm going to call this our line art. For our skunk love. And let's color it in. Oops, don't set as reference. I want to duplicate you. All right, the tail is not closed off. I see it. I see it right there. All right, now I can duplicate this. So let's do a dark gray fur instead of solid black. Turn off that background layer. And then we'll do a little white. Let's do a little light gray instead of pure white. But we'll do pure white on the gloves because that's how cartoon glove hands work. And then the skunk on the left that is masculinely coded will have a little brown shirt. And the skunk on the right that is more femininely coded will have a green shirt. Yeah, I guess the first two movies, they're actually neutral. By the third movie, they're fully evil. They kill a whole dance club full of people who had nothing to do with the summoning them, which is odd because in the second movie, they specifically didn't kill the girl who summoned them because she did it innocently. I think that might be because the third movie is the first one in the series that is written by a different writer, isn't it? Am I wrong in that assumption? I remember the third movie. I think that was the last time I watched one. Because it was the last time someone forced me to watch one. Oops, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do the white stripes. Thousand Nation Army couldn't hold me back. That was me doing the white stripes poorly and also wrong. Okay. There is one stripe. Here is another stripe. Actually, I'm just going to say, screw it. Bloop. There. Now I can do the shading layer without feeling bad about things. Sadly, no. Hellbound and Hellraiser 3 were both written by Peter Atkins, while the first film was both written and directed by Barker. See, I thought Clive Barker did the second film too. See, it goes what I don't know anything about nothing. In the second movie, an evil psychiatrist tricks a blind girl into solving the puzzle box. Pinhead says something like, "It's not the hand that summons us, but intention." That was my best Pinhead. I felt like it was pretty good. You can disagree if you want, but you'll be wrong. I am an excellent impersonator. I'm pretty sure Pinhead is British. If memory serves, not only is Pinhead British, but didn't he fight in World War I? Did that get retconned? Am I making that up? That wasn't a bad Doug Bradley. Thanks. I think. Again, it has been, I have no idea how long since I saw a Hellraiser movie. When we rented Hellraiser 3 on VHS was probably the last time I watched one. When I was a kiddo. I don't think Yeti Detective ever made me watch a Hellraiser movie. Although he made me watch a lot of anime that were inspired by Hellraiser. Made me. I hung out with him while he watched them and pretended like I wasn't terrified of horror movies. I'm still to this day the one I really remember watching, the anime I really remember watching. I think one of the very first times we hung out was the one with the pet shop that you would do of horrors and the mermaid. Yep, he was the one in one of the wars. I don't really remember which. Probably one that was actually kind of shoehorned into either 3 or 4. Probably 3 because again, last one I saw.